Welcome to How to RC. This is the Polaris project. Today we're going to mount the tail fin on the main wing. I suggest you take the piece that will be the top of the fuselage and lay it out on here so that it lines up perfectly back here and perfectly on the front up here, and lightly mark it on the top of the wing, because these things are so flexible you can get them off to one side or the other. Right. Then we're going to mix up some 5-minute epoxy and glue the pylon on. Before you do any epoxy on your workbench, I suggest you put down a piece of wax paper. The epoxy doesn't stick to it, and it'll keep your bench from getting all lumpy with dried blobs of epoxy. Okay, I got some epoxy mixed up in this little cup, pudding cup, and so we're going to epoxy the tail down onto the main wing. Want to get all the mating surfaces covered with epoxy so they don't leak, and it gives you maximum glue area. Slide it right in here, push it down. That sticks down quite a bit. Support my wing with a couple of pieces of pink foam. Press it firmly in place. With a little foam left over. Press it firmly in place. It won't stay there. Alright, so you want it to make good contact down, and you want it to be straight up and down. So this piece of tape will help you do that. Just get it lined up so it looks perfectly perpendicular to the wing, and just, move it a little bit one way or the other, and the tape will hold it in place. Okay, I got the fuselage where I want it. I'm just marking the wing where the fuselage sits, because I'm going to put the glue on here and spray this with a little water so that the Gorilla Glue will expand. And now I'm going to just take and put a bead of after I open it up. So I'm just going to put a bead of Gorilla Glue along the inside of my line. back here where this meets. So all I got to do now is put it together. And you can put it together and not have, basically, anything hit anything until you get it right where you want it. Which is right there. Alright, I'm going to put some weight on that. Oh, I built this little cradle for my first Polaris. Just some foam, and when you set it down, the weight is all on the wing. So it's very secure. Okay, the glue's dry. We got a nice bead of glue along there. Now we'll turn it over and do the top side. And we'll be on our way. Okay, I just sprayed it with some water and put a bead of glue down both sides. And now I'm just going to take some build pins and pick this up and set it in the glue. And put a pin, oh, that did the whole thing. Same thing over here. Pick it up, set it in the glue, put a build pin in it, keep it where it's supposed to be, and I'll put a light weight back here, and then I'll get something to put over here, and put another weight on it, and we'll wait. Alright, that takes care of gluing the fuselage and the wing together. And we've got the motor nacelle here put together. Didn't manage to glue the wires together. So one of the things I'm going to do is, when I run these motor wires up here, I'm going to run them up on one side of this fuselage compartment, and I'm going to run the servo wire up along the other side and keep them as far apart as I can, and try to reduce any possibility of radio interference. So all I got to do is cut a hole, cut a little hole up here. Big enough for the servo wire to come through. And then cut another hole over here, a little larger. For the motor wires. Yeah, I've twisted them. It's supposed to help reduce noise interference. Yeah. Now the other thing I'm going to do